Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yesterday I made a video where I titled it something like several assassination attempts on the Russian President Vladimir Putin. I used an article from Ukrainska Pravda where Kirill Budanov, he is the chief spy of Ukraine, the military intelligence director, secretary, however you want to call him, and he claimed that Ukraine tried to assassinate the Russian president several times and unsuccessful so far. He didn't provide more information on that, only that he was upset about, or at least sad, his terrorist assassinations did not succeed. I have more information now, and this time coming from the Russians who claim, guess who were the financiers of those assassination attempts. So I have more information on that. Plus, Putin announces that he enhances security measures around him. So that means these guys are on the move. Let's start with the first article coming from the Kremlin, from Sputnik, and it is from 39 minutes ago, and it says Kremlin announces enhanced security measures for Putin. There is the title, and since it's got unplugged, it turned black. Oh, we got now sound too. So let's read this little article first, and then we're going to go to the second article where they're going to tell us who financed Putin assassinations. Yes, you guessed it, the United States of America. That's what the Russians claim. So the security of the Russian president, Vladimir Putin, has been strengthened regardless of the recent assassination attempts on Western politicians, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said on Monday. And I'm quoting, security, as you understand, has been strengthened for obvious reasons, regardless of the recent incidents mentioned, end quote. Peskov said, answering the questions whether changes will be made to Putin's work travel plans and whether his security will be strengthened against the background of events in the United States related to the assassination attempt of the former President Donald Trump. Now, when they provide security for any president, they make sure they provide everything. So I don't know what extra or enhanced would mean. Are there going to be people sleeping with Putin in the same bed or something? Okay, so because when you provide security to this kind of subject, target, how you want to call it, a president, you make sure that you cover all the bases, unless you receive something in your ear and you realize that maybe you should fail there and there and there, and if you fail all those things, maybe Putin gets shot in the ear. You know what I mean? I know exactly that you know what I mean. So this is the first one. We're going to go to the second article, which comes from Sputnik again, and I'm going to show you who the Russians blame. Guess. Sputnik. There it is, my friends. So Moscow says United States of America financed Ukraine's plot to assassinate Putin. Now this is a very, very serious accusation, and if you don't think it's serious, think like this. Let's say the Russians would have the Cubans assassinate a US president, and you would find out, or at least the Americans will claim, hey, the assassination attempt on the US president, several of them, were financed by Russia and were conducted by, let's say, Cuba. Why do I say Cuba? Because, Cuba and the States of America are technically, practically at a kind of a war over there, right? But it's unidirectional. Remember the Bay of Pigs invasion of the CIA-trained Cubans with the CIA agents as well that failed miserably? That's a declaration of war right there. Remember that one? Okay, that was what, 1961, 62? When was it? It was right when JFK said he was uninformed, supposedly, about CIA's planning, and he was furious that CIA plotted that. You remember that one? And then what happened? Oswald had a hard on and said, well, no, I'm going to do this because I don't like the guy. And then you got Mr. Rubinstein, who just book Oswald before he can chip, 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 chip. That's what, no, it happens. So let's see what these guys are saying, what evidence the Russians are bringing, if any. Ukraine's plot to assassinate Russian President Vladimir Putin was financed by the United States. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said on Sunday. Ukrainian Defense Intelligence Chief Kirilo Budanov said on Saturday that Ukraine's secret services had tried but failed to assassinate Putin. And I'm quoting Maria Zakharova. Yesterday, one of the leaders of the Kiev regime, Budanov, admitted that Ukraine's intelligence was plotting the assassination of the Russian president. All right. This assassination attempt, I'm continuing to quote Maria Zakharova, being prepared again with US money without which there would be no malicious activities of the Ukrainian intelligence, the Ukrainian armed forces, and General Bankova Street government in Kiev, Zakharova said on Telegram. So she said the spokeswoman suggested that Washington should use the money it provides to Kiev to fund, and I'm quoting, the police and other agencies which were established to administer law within the United States of America. So what's her claim or her evidence? Without the US money, and not only the US money, because whatever comes from the West comes because US backs it, because if US tomorrow doesn't exist, I guarantee you the rest of the club, the vassal states, will say, sorry Russia, let's talk, we apologize, unzip your pants, I'm ready to take it. So that's why she said that keeps the regime in Kiev to conduct this kind of operations. That's her point. And basically you can, not basically, realistically, you can claim that everything that moves the United States of America is coming from, all right, because we vote at one time and the guys in charge can do whatever they want legally for 4 years, whatever the term might be for the president or, I don't know, prime minister, not king, but hey, they have different things in Great Britain. All right, they have a king unelected, they have a prime minister unelected, all right, they have everybody else is unelected, but MPs, which are commoners. Even the House of Lords have a different standard than the commoners. And they lecture everybody about democracy. But you know what's interesting? That without even having it like this, Great Britain showed to a certain extent that they can keep that democracy as they see it, without even being written in a certain way, like the Constitution, this is what it says. They have common law, whatever they have, it's different. But that was based on a tradition, and tradition was kept because of a culture that some people created. Now that culture has other people coming in with their cultures and their traditions, and they will definitely change this tradition or enhance it. So Great Britain will not have not even what it has right now, and you can tell. Nevertheless, here it is. So the evidence, yes, that's a resultant of your money and your support. I'm pretty sure that Americans are providing not only money, and they provide intelligence and training and information. And why? I've been around the block a few times, and if you don't think that's the way it is, well, that's your choice. I suggest reading, I suggest getting involved in certain activities and learning. And I guarantee you're going to reach my conclusion. All right? And beyond this, there's nothing else. It's even maybe uglier. All right? Uglier. All right, my friends, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.